Hey, everybody.
everybody.
Shut up. That's my line. Hey, everybody. I'm Melissa. And that's Frank. And I was gone on vacation last week, but I still got some of my workouts in because I said I would. And then I spent a lot of time on the beach, horizontal. So that was great. It was awesome. And so now, today, we are back.
Flying through the air and getting water up your bum.
That was too big. And so anyways, we are back, and today we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about your workouts and coming in the door or at home or wherever you're training and doing it with intentionality and actually not just moving air in the room, but actually doing it with intention.
What we mean by that is, why are you coming here? Why are you coming here? And I think we've been talking about this a few times, and just kind of like seeing some of you are just kind of coming here and still appreciative that you guys are coming here, but some of you guys are coming here with just the intention of just you feel like you gotta come. And for me, I don't think that that's good. It's good in a way that because you're still coming, but for me, I'd rather see people, and I'd rather try to self-motivate you guys to, not self-motivate, but you guys need to self-motivate yourselves, to want to come here and push and get results. And, because if you just come here a few times and you barely move, you barely get that cardio, you barely get that sweat, and then you go home and then maybe you're going to have unhealthy foods and everything else, you're kind of like not really doing anything.
Well, because just like what you just said, what it does is it starts a circle. It starts a cycle. So sometimes you don't always have the motivation to do the workout well, and sometimes you have to do it at a discipline. And when you have to do it at a discipline, that's when you have to dig deep and you have to find it and you have to push yourself. Because then when you push yourself, you see the results. And when you see the results, you want for more. But if you don't actually do it with intention and you don't actually do it because you need to, or you can just leave. But if you don't, then what happens is you have a defeated workout, and then as you get defeated, then you go home, you make poor nutritional choices because it wasn't what you wanted, and then eventually you stop coming through the door, you stop training with a video at home, or you stop training with, going for your runs, or you stop doing what you're doing because you're discouraged because you haven't seen the results. I know that it takes time, effort, and dedication. Those are the three things that's going to be your goals that you need to stay with. And if you drop any one of those, then you're going to fall off the circle and you're going to fall off of the wagon. I myself know that it's a journey that you have to come through. I mean, some of you know my story and that I used to be a really big girl, 120 pounds heavier than I am now. But it took a whole lot of work, and it still does. Frank and I don't train every day just by, taking the barbell and moving it around. No, we push ourselves that little bit every time. It's we went for 15 push-ups and then went for 16 and then 17 and then 20 and then kept going and going and going. And as we saw those results, that's why we do what we do, because we found the results. And now it's an addiction, and we all know those memes that are out there, but the reality of it is that we don't always want to work out. Some days we joke about when we're writing our list on the board, and this is where we're going to put in nap time, and then this is going to be snack time. But you know what? Snack time, right? And that's when we make a video for you guys about snacks.
Where's the snacks?
No snacks. No snacks today.
The other thing, too, I wanted to mention is always get a book. You got to write stuff down. I always it's very important for I always harp on you guys. I always tell you guys, write it down, write your stuff down, because you will never, ever, ever, as smart as you think you are, you will never remember what you did the week before.
I bet you the copyright on that book is 1855 from when you started working out.
Oh, actually, I've had this book for quite a long time, but every page is full of every workout I've ever done, every exercise I've done, how many reps I've done, the date, and everything else. And because whenever we do a 1 month cycle, right? So we do the same exercise for a month. We might vary a little bit, but basically what I've done the week before, I make sure that I at least do 5 pounds more the week after, or more reps. And you're not going to do that unless you've written it down. It just so happens to be.
And when you guys come in and you say, well, what should I be lifting? Okay, so for the first time, I can give you sort of a rep range and a weight range.
It's up to you guys to remember that.
But then you got to remember it. Yeah. I don't care if you write it down in a book or you put it on in your phone on your memo or something like that. That's great, but record it because you don't know how far to go next time.
Yeah.
Also, find your motivation I do it all the time. Take your pictures. Take pictures. No, I don't want your autograph. Stop. No autographs. No autographs. Oh dear. But take your pictures. You know why? Because those days where I'm thinking, is anything happening? Why do I do this? I look at a picture and I look back 6 months. I look back a year. I look back a few years. And I just say, yeah. And then I remind myself, if I would have stopped, I would be either back there worse, or I wouldn't be where I am, or it reminds me of all the things. And those days where it was, I don't want to do this. Yeah. But then I look and go, no, if I stopped, wow, you just kicked the desk and the whole thing shook. And so, yeah, if I would have stopped, I wouldn't be where I am. And I know you guys see me from here up in the camera, and you see Frankfurt. There's nothing much down there, so don't worry about it. Your legs, chicken legs.
Oh.
Don't clock. Don't clock. So
fuck off.
Anyways, guys, the moral of the story is, why do you work out? What are you doing? Is it just because you're supposed to work out because it's the thing you're supposed to do to be healthy? Or do you want to see changes? Do you want to see a change in your body, in your cardiorespiratory health? Do you want to see your body composition change, lose that fat? If your goal is to lose weight, you're going to gain it back. Just putting that out there. If your goal is to lose weight, you're going to gain it back. If your goal is to change your body composition, you're more likely to keep it off because the weight's going to leave, or the excess body fat is going to leave. Your numbers on the scale may be different because as you gain muscle, you're not necessarily going to lose numbers on the scale. But you just got to remember that it's all about changing your body composition, and it's all about, becoming a better you. What is that look for?
Nothing.
So yeah, keep showing up, keep working out, find your motivation. Spend 10 minutes in your car before you walk in the door. Spend 10 minutes in front of the mirror. If you're working out at home, you know what? Spend 10 minutes in front of the mirror and say, you know what? I got this. I can do this.
She knows, before I do a big heavy lift, I'll sit there and I sit on the bench, or I'll rock myself, and I'm psyching myself up.
He starts talking like Rain Man.
I start basically doing like Rain Man. I psych myself up, and then it's hit the bench, and it's I don't hesitate. It's I got this. And it's 99% of the time I get it.
I've been privileged to see some of his really heavy lifts, and it's actually pretty awesome. And whenever you see mind over matter, guys, your mind's going to give up a long time before your body does.
Your brain will always tell you to stop way before your body can.
Yep.
And it's that's one thing I learned last year from doing all my OCR races, and it's you can push yourself way past the point where you think you can stop.
So start visualizing your workouts. Start visualizing your distance in your runs. Or do whatever getting a pen.
Need my pen.
Pen. Start visualizing. Talk yourself up. And then you know what? Give it your all. It's only a half an hour. It's only 45 minutes. It's only a limited amount of time. You don't have to do it all day long. But start moving with intention. Start doing your squats with intention. Start doing your walking lunges. Pick up a little bit of weight when you're doing something. You guys got this. I know it. So you know what?
Understand also which muscle you're working out when you're doing your training.
Yeah.
So when you're doing a bicep curl, when you're doing something, when you want to make sure that you're flexing that muscle.
Yeah.
You're using that muscle. You're good. There's always other muscles involved in it, but the specific exercise that you're doing.
And you know what? If you have questions, ask. Mm-hmm. That's what we're here for. You know what? What is this exercise? What is it supposed to be? What is it supposed to be? We do our best to give you guys cues on it, but if you're confused, ask. That's it. It's very simple. Ask. That's what we're here for. So, we are going to go lift some stuff. And
Bench day.
it's bench day. So let's have a moment of silence for the chest. Okay, it's already gone. So oh, stop, Peck Pop. All right, guys, we're going to go lift stuff. You guys have an awesome day. And yeah, keep training for real life.